Start talking about, women, the only thing that you like, why are you even here? Like what? Who are you without family? Who are you without a baby? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You are internalizing for the first time in a long time. You are internalizing your own, what's it called? Internalizing your own mortality. That's what men are bitching and crying about. What they bitching and crying about, what they kicking and screaming about, what they throwing temper tantrums about. When women start talking about how they're gonna be childless, when women start talking about how they ain't gonna have no babies, when women start talking about they ain't getting married, when women start talking about 4Bs, no booty, no booty, no children, no dating, no marriage. They are internalizing their own mortality. That's what they doing. They say everything but the thing. They are internalizing their own mortality. Because all the statistics all around the world say the same thing. Women's lives are made worse by marriage, while men's lives are made better. This is the damn definition of parasitism. This is the damn very real definition of parasitism. Your life is made better at my motherfucking expense. In every place on earth, the statistics are the same. Women's life expectancy is shortened by marriage, while men's life expectancy is increased by marriage. It is the actual real live definition of parasitic relationship, of parasitism. And y'all asses have internalized that. Y'all got y'all panties in a bunch because y'all like, damn, if women don't want to get married anymore, if our slick talking ain't winning a bitch to her own enslavement no more, what the fuck we gonna do? How we gonna survive without somebody taking care of us, without somebody cooking for me? I'm crystal clear about why y'all crying, about why y'all got big crocodile tears, about why y'all raging and foaming at the motherfucking mouth, about why y'all buying passports with your $20 motherfucking dollars. You don't own a home or a pot to piss in, talking about trying to go get yourself a traditional wife from some third world country. I get it. Y'all in crisis because y'all will attempt to do everything but learn how to be a man, which means being a man does not mean dominating and conquering. Being a man means being totally self-sufficient so that you could be a decent and functional human being within the context and partnership of another functional adult human being. Y'all want slaves. And the slaves that said, not the motherfucking day. Not today. Women have said, we are officially shutting down the baby making factory. I'm childless. That's the narrative. That's the line. I won't never have a baby. That's the line. And instead of saying, damn, this is a really, as colonized men, as oppressed men, for you to not see women staging a contest against patriarchy as something that will benefit you and make it possible for you to make a break against the system that oppresses you, against the system that has been exploiting your goddamn labor and your life force all these years. But y'all stay married to patriarchy, even at your own expense. Because women making a break with this shit is going to destabilize the whole thing. This whole motherfucker about to crash to the ground, baby. Best believe. And colonized men have a motherfucking responsibility to stand on the right side of the question for a change. Y'all have been wooed by white power. Y'all have been wooed by the church. Y'all have been wooed by the mosque. Y'all have been wooed by Judaism, by the goddamn synagogue, to be the enthusiastic participators in the exploitation of your counterpart, of your sisters, of your mothers, of your would-be wives, of your would-be friends. Y'all have been wooed to your own destruction and have enthusiastically, charismatically participated. And so women who have gave you opportunity after opportunity, have given you hundreds of years of the benefit of the doubt, have given you years and years and years of free labor under the guise of, boo, I love you. Now these young women, I love Gen Z. I love millennials. I love whatever the generation after them come. I say right the fuck on. Come on in the room, young girls. Kick the doors on this bitch. Dismantle this whole motherfucking shit. Dismantle this whole motherfucking shit. And if it means closing down shop to every wire bearing chromosome motherfucker on earth, y'all, I'm following y'all lead. Because y'all got the audacity, the bodaciousness, and the courage we ain't never had. We ain't never had that. That's why these motherfuckers out here mad, because they know if Gen Z or millennials are doing it, they really about that life. Like, bitch, we ain't going to work. What do they call it? What do they call it? The Great Resignation. I don't give a fuck how you try to shame us about how we just scared of a hard day's work. No, we just don't want to do it. We see it didn't mean you nothing, mama, daddy, your old asses. Y'all ain't win shit from a hard day's work. We don't want to do it. We ain't doing it. So fuck it. We ain't going to work. I'll create my money looking cute on the camera. See what I'm saying? I say right the fuck on to Gen Z and millennials. Yes. Big them up. Yes. Kick the doors in on this bitch. Yes. 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 Right the fuck on. They ain't suffered none of the conditioning. They ain't have to deconstruct none of the conditioning that we had to. All that Christian shit, all that going to church when your spirit was raging against it. None of that bullshit. They ain't got none of that shit. So they like, we up in here. Y'all don't scare us with none of this shit. None of these narratives, none of this bullshit. And even the fact that these motherfuckers have been perpetually medicating these babies and it still ain't working. They in a crisis. Diagnosing these babies with a plethora of bullshit and ass psychological diagnoses to justify pumping them full of goddamn antipsychotics and antidepressants and all, and these babies is still wreaking havoc on the economy, still wreaking havoc on social mores, still wreaking havoc on every definition and narrative imposed on them. They're like, we bucking all this shit. we bucking all this bullshit. We ain't going to fucking work. So get somebody else, get some old ass motherfucker to do it. We ain't doing it. We ain't paying y'all motherfuckers no taxes. Like they I love these young people. I don't care what none of y'all say. I fuck with them hard. I like them. I say is rugged as you want to be, do that. Do that. Do that. Yes. All victory to the women of South Korea. God damn it. I support every demand they make and every fucking method they use to get their demands met. Yes. Victory to the women of South Korea, and may they victory spread like wildfire across the whole goddamn planet. Because as soon as the fucking smoke clears from the fire they motherfucking said, bitch, the rest of us can raise the fuck up out the ashes and reseed the whole planet. Yeah, come on in the room. Come on in the room, child. They represent the energy of the ancient mothers, of the goddamn Ajay, of Kali and Sekhmet, and goddamn Oya and Pele. All the destructive motherfuckers. They like, we gotta wreck this whole motherfucking thing before some shit of use can reemerge. So come on in the room, South Korea. We here. We got you. Tell us what you need. You need us to do a fundraiser? Let's do a fundraiser for the women of South Korea, y'all. Something. Let's do a party for the women of South Korea, y'all. Something. I am invigorated by the courage of these women. I am ecstatic about what it is they setting the fuck off. And the evidence that it's working is the fact that media is working overtime now to quiet it. Media is working overtime right now to reduce its significance, to diminish its significance. They doing something right, because they got these motherfuckers running and trying to bribe them with $75,000 per baby. And they like, hell no, that ain't what we said we wanted. We ain't say we wanted $75,000. We said we want to be equal citizens in this motherfucking country that we helped create. We want to benefit from the wealth that we helped generate. We ain't asked for $75,000. We asked to be full ass equal citizens in the society, able to benefit from everything that we produce, including human life. And if you ain't talking about that, you ain't talking about shit we interested in. Come on in the room, young women. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Somebody has to be at the tip of the spear. So yes to the South Korean women. Come on in the motherfucking room. South Korea, come on in the room. Come on. Somebody out here invigorated. Somebody out here excited about what the hell y'all done set off. Y'all done set in motion that's got these men running in crisis, baby. Got them running in crisis. And as long as patriarchy remains, I can guarantee you the men will never come to the right conclusion. So some other things are going to end up happening in South Korea because these women going to get the idea. These men will never come to the right conclusion. And so after some time, when they say, okay, y'all still want to act like y'all don't hear what the fuck we talking about? We talking about the starting point. We talking about the bare minimum. Equal pay, safety, sanity, access to adequate health care. That's all we talking about the bare minimum right now. This is the starting point. We talking about, and y'all still act like y'all can't hear? That's all right. We got to stay in power. Honey, 5 years later, they in a crisis about why there's 15,000 missing kindergartners and what this is going to mean for the future of their goddamn population. This 3-4 years of missing humans that should have been born based on how they manipulate the population. This is how many humans should have been born if y'all bitches would have been acting right. You feel me? And so 4 years of them disappearing would-be citizens that were supposed to be contributing citizens to the population. They're like, oh, these bitches really about that life. There's 15,000 missing kindergartners this year. What the fuck are we gonna do? Now imagine if this shit go on for another year to 5. Baby, this is an exciting occurrence that we need to be paying attention to. Yes, it is. And I'll tell you, we need to be paying attention more to what's happening in Japan too, and in China, and in India. That's another one we don't talk about much. So anyway, Japan is saying they don't think there'll be a country in 50 years. Well, that's what divine fucking retribution looks like. I don't think that's going to be the case, honestly, because what these statistics do, Tajali, when you say Japan is saying they don't think there'll be a country in 50 years, what these statistics tend to do, and the way that they are developed is always, again, to negate the significance of women as equal contributors to a society. It's not all of Japan that's suffering. These statistics are about the experience of males in society, because males still see themselves at the center. But what are women going to do if they're not having sex with us? I mean, what are women going to do if they're not marrying us? I mean, what are women going to do if they're not making babies with us? So I don't think that's the case. I think we'll see a different kind of Japan in 50 years. But Japan, again, ain't no place on earth going no fucking where as long as women remain. As long as females remain, humans will remain. These narratives are narratives to get us women caught up in this bullshit and ass discussion where we perpetually place men in the center. And I'm not saying I want to see all the men on earth disappear. But if tomorrow the mother decided, like in this movie, Lithia, that all y'all Y-bearing chromosome motherfuckers gotta go, if she decide that tomorrow, guess what? The human race will remain as long as females remain.